and welcome to Thread Talks, and today I've got Issy Francis-Baum. She is a model and content creator and obsessed about eyebrows. So today we're going to chat career, fashion, beauty. Eyebrows, exactly. So yeah, I'd love to know about your journey. Were you content creator first or model first?
I was a model first because I always wanted to go into content creating, but I found myself in the modelling path when I was really young, actually from when I was about 15 years old.
Gosh, that is young.
Very young.
So you spotted and then...
I was, what's it called, scouted?
Scouted, the right word,
yeah. I was scouted on Regent Street, and then it all went from there. I've been with 3 different agencies now.
Gosh, so that's quite young, that's quite brave. I was just thinking my 15-year-old would love to be scouted.
Well, I'm 21, so I don't know.
Still young.
Yeah,
you're still young. But you've enjoyed the career so far.
I've loved it. I think I love content creation much more than modelling because it's on my own freedom. I can do what I want when I want to. And
did you do both side by side then, or do you feel that it's just come later, the content creation?
I think the content creation. I mean, I was always content creating for myself on my Instagram and my TikTok, and then when I went on Maid in Chelsea, that's when it kind of became an avenue that I could make money from, and then it became much bigger, the content creation
And
side.
how long was that period of time when you were Maid on Chelsea?
I was on it for maybe a year and a half.
Okay, so quite a while.
Quite a while, and I think after my second season, that's when it was like kicking off. We went to Bali, and that's when I signed with my current agency now, Elite. And then
which is great.
I know.
Flying. So, and have you sort of tried to create a brand, your own brand, or has that just come naturally?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't tried, but I think I do have my own sort of like aesthetic.
Yeah. How would you describe that?
I'd say like fun and slightly edgy and sweet. That's what I would describe my aesthetic as.
Yeah, no, great. And I mean, I love your outfit. We've discussed
Thank you.
Dress from Reformation.
Dress from Reformation. Got my docs on, and this tights.
Tights. What can we do? It's outside. It's raining. Tights come out.
It's horrible right now.
I know it is miserable out there. So it's really nice to be in here with our cup of rose chai tea. Cheers. But yeah, no, we've had some great outfits on the sofa, and we've had some great brows. So. Jasmine, member of the team, who's the other side of this camera, was saying that she reached out to you and asked if she could send you some products, and you said, well, actually, I happen to be a Blink client, and I've been one for a long time, and we should have guessed really because your brows are great.
Thank you.
But so you've been. How long have you been doing your brows for?
I have been fiddling about with my eyebrows probably from when I was 13, and then when I got to 15, my mum was like, right, you can get your eyebrows threaded, because before I was doing mental things to my face. I was like shaving my eyebrows, plucking
I hope my daughter will listen to this because she's 15.
Do not do that.
And but actually I've asked him, it's ironic as I have a brow bar, but I have said that she can't get anything done to them until she's 16.
They're
and
perfect.
She's going crazy. She's like, please let me.
Yeah, I mean, basically the only reason I was fiddling about with them, I loved my eyebrows before anything, but it was just, I have very dark, thick hair, and I did have like a bit of a unibrow, which nothing wrong with that, but people at school would always like pick on me. I have like hair, everyone has hair here, but because I've got darker hair, it was more visible. So that's when, because I wasn't allowed to do anything to my eyebrows, I was like, right, I'm getting the razor out, and did it, and it was, my eyebrows were honestly like this. And then my mum took me to the Blink brow bar, which you used to have in the Topshop on Oxford Street.
Oh, and we love being in Topshop, and the whole point there was to introduce brow threading to a younger demographic.
Yeah.
And it was so nice. People did often come in with their mums. We gave discounts to students, and really missed.
Such a good spot.
I know, it was great, and I felt it was sort of breaking the mold by putting kind of beauty in Topshop. I know there was a bleach.
Yeah, there was a bleach, there was a nail bar, they had the Bubbleology, everything. Because my school was right next to the Topshop, so I would honestly be in there like every day.
That's so nice. Yeah, it's such a shame that's gone, but great that you got your brows done.
Yeah, it's the first brow place I went to.
They look good. And out of interest, when you go and you do modelling, do they often try and do things with your brows?
I don't fill in my brows. I just gel them. Sometimes I use like a tinted gel, but sometimes they try to fill them in loads and I hate it. I just like my natural brows. But no one's ever said to me anything negative about my eyebrows.
So they haven't tried to do things like bleach them or over pluck them?
No, when I am, because I experience myself ruining my eyebrows, I'm so careful about where I go. I think when I was on holiday, I was in Bali for 2 months recently, and I had to get my eyebrows done, and I went somewhere and I was just so scared because I obviously have my one place, which is you guys, and they just took them too far, and it was just a sad moment.
See, far is really problematic because the hair here takes a long time to grow in the middle, and it is important to stay with your trusted
I know, that's why I'm always back here.
But, in terms of your beauty regime, do you, before one of the, you go for castings or you go for model shoots, do you, is it quite stressful or?
I mean, my skin, I can't control it. I like, for example, now, like, when I have something important coming up, my skin's just like, okay, breakout time, and then I get like breakouts, and then I'm like,
do you think that's because you get stressed because you've got something coming up?
I am a stressor. I'm stressed all the time. But I think that's probably it. But the thing I do once a month, which I find really, really helps, I just get a hydrofacial. It's like my favourite thing, and I feel because it gets all the dirt out, all the imperfections, everything. Sucks out and you can see it at the end. Have you had one before?
No, but gosh, it sounds like a Dyson Hoover.
Yeah. That's what really helps me. But other than that, I just try to like not wear makeup when I don't need to, because that's what messes my skin up, which is really hard for my job because I have to wear makeup all the time.
Yeah, no, it is true. You need to give yourself, we all need to give ourselves a break.
Yeah.
And I mean, do you use face masks and
all the time?
So you have a little indulgence.
I mean, probably like every other night I've got a face mask on.
But you're right, if you do need to wear a lot of
Yeah.
makeup and layers for modelling, then it's probably...
Yeah. My favourite one is the Dr. Jar. Do you know Dr.
I
Jar?
do. I've used their products and I think they're great.
They're amazing, aren't they?
Yeah. They used to have them in Space NK. I don't know if they're still there, but they are very good.
Yeah, they're lovely. I love the face masks there.
And do you have any, do you treat yourself to massages as well, or is that...
When I was in Bali, I was getting massages for it twice a week.
You can though, because they're so cheap
I
and they're
know.
so amazing.
Oh, it's my favourite place in the world. I loved it. But here, I don't usually get a massage, but I like getting a head massage from upstairs.
I know. We do a lot of that, because the thing is with brows, it's all connected to this part of your face, and so it's all about well-being as well.
When they do that at the end, they like push up your forehead and go like that, and I'm like, oh, I love it.
Well, people do love it, and it's part of the treatment. And if for any reason the girls forget to do a massage or they cut it short, we do get emails complaining.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, we always do. It's like, I didn't get that full minute. So people do absolutely love that. And, I'm just interested in because, you are quite young when you started modelling. And have there been lots of challenges along the way that or have you found it quite plain sailing?
I mean, when I first started modelling when I was 15, pre the show, I was a very shy, insecure person. Like, I was always overthinking. I'm the biggest overthinker there ever was. And I didn't really have a lot of self-confidence when I was modelling, so I'd always just be critiquing myself and overthinking if the photographer or the client liked my work. And then once I joined the show, because it's like nothing you will ever do before, they just put you into the craziest situations. I gained so much confidence from that, like so much. And since then, I'm way more confident and like sure of myself. So it's kind of just started down here and went up here.
I think that's an age thing as well, isn't it? It's a journey, and I think every 15-year-olds tend to be, a little bit unsure. And,
so I think that's quite young to start modelling.
It's very young,
I think once I hit 18, 19, that's when I started to feel more like confident with it myself.
Yeah, and I think content creation, like you say, it gives you your freedom, so that's your outlet. And because you're on Instagram and TikTok, aren't you?
Yeah.
So is it different? Do you have different content, or is it all quite similar?
I mean, TikTok is mostly, I do lots of videos like beauty, skincare, and like fashiony bits. I do a lot of talking to the camera, whereas Instagram I try to keep to just pictures. I have a few videos here
Nice
and there.
aesthetic.
But yeah, I like to keep one sort of aesthetic on Instagram, but TikTok is more talking. You see more of my personality, I'd say, on TikTok.
Yeah, God, it's hard work, isn't it?
It's hard
Yeah. Trying to do two things is, it takes...
I love it though.
Yeah,
really
you're
love
obviously very, a real natural, and I think, it's harder for me, my generation. And I just watch the kids, and it's just second nature. Do I keep telling myself that, but the truth is, it's not as easy as you guys make it seem. So yeah. So do you think you're going to be a content creator for a long time coming, or have you got any other hidden talents? Or
I definitely want to keep the content creation going. I don't like to think too far in the future, otherwise I start overthinking, but I think something that no one really knows about me is that I sing, and I've been singing and writing since I was very young. Since school, I was in the jazz and soul band as the lead singer.
I've got to tell my son, he's a musician and he's a jazz musician, so he'd be like thrilled to hear that.
I've loved it. I've honestly loved it ever since I was younger. But then when I finished school, I kind of found myself not doing it anymore because I didn't really have any reason to do it because I was just doing it at school. And then the last year, I have a friend who produces music and writes, and once a week we meet up and we write and make music together.
That's so nice.
But no one really, obviously my friends and family know, but and my agent and everything, but no, I don't really
sing?
put it. Yeah, I sing.
And do you put your music out there at the moment on any platform, or is it just...
So not yet. I just teased. That's probably what you saw in my story. I just teased a 10-second clip of a song that we've just finished, and that's all anyone see. There are videos of me from when I was 12 years old on YouTube singing, but don't watch those because I was a baby. And
now you said don't watch them. I mean, that's incredible. So so who knows where life will take you.
Next time I'll sing for you.
Yes,
not
okay,
this time.
all right. I'll give you a heads up about that. And can you share with us I'd be really keen. I mean, I think you look incredibly well put together.
Thank you.
I want to know how you did that hairstyle, because
Yes.
it's amazing. And for those listening on a podcast, it's just swept back and it's high ponytail.
Half up, half down, slicked.
Yes, well, you explain it and how you do it.
So it's a half up, half down hairstyle, and I've just made a video about it on TikTok, which you can find. So basically what I do is I section off the top half of my hair, and then the bottom half of my hair I tie in a ponytail so it's out the way, and I use any sort of gel. I use eco gel, I use my boyfriend's hair gel, which he doesn't like, and I just put it all through the top of my hair. But the key to getting it really slick is they're those, that it's not what it's for, but it's a beard brush. It's a really hard bristly brush that when you slick it down, it takes away all the flyaways, so you can make it really, really tight. And then I use 3 hair bands to tie it up. But the key to making it, how would I even describe this for people listening? This bit, it's the kind of the ponytail.
Yeah,
bit.
the bit where you actually tie the hair back.
Yeah, where I tie the hair back to give it that volume and make it higher up. I push it down under my hair. It's really hard to explain. You have to watch the video. Push it down under my hair and then butt back up through so that you can see the ponytail bit.
Yeah.
It's just complicated.
Well, I mean,
it works.
It looks amazing, and there's very much the look at the moment, isn't it? The slick back hair, but also the gel you use and everything. They're all good tips. And how many views did you get for that on TikTok?
I think I got nearly 1 million now on TikTok.
Tune in, guys,
People
if you want to see this visually, which I think you probably need
it's
to.
It's better explained on TikTok.
Yeah. And what would you say are your 3, in terms of beauty products, the 3 things that you just couldn't live without?
I couldn't live without. Well, I have. This is my favourite makeup product of all time. It's the Benefit roller liner. It's an eyeliner, and it's the only eyeliner I can use, really, because I do eyeliner with every makeup look. I can't not, because I feel weird without it, but it's the only eyeliner I use that I can just do a perfect wing. Any other liner I have used, I just can't get it right this.
Winged eyeliner, it's really hard to get that perfect wing. And we were discussing it earlier with a makeup artist, James, and he was telling us, how to do it, and it is. I think you need a really steady hand and a very good product.
Yeah, so that's one of my favourites. 2 others. What are two others? There's a hair mask that I love by Dizziac. It's actually a deep conditioner. Do you know Dizziac?
I don't.
So it's like a new hair care brand for like all hair types. So like normal hair, afro hair, curly hair, and it's a deep conditioner, but I use it as a hair mask and I do slick backs with it. So when I would do like a slick back bun, instead of using like gels and everything, I use the deep conditioner all over my hair. So whilst I'm slicking it back, it's kind of being treated.
That was a good hack.
Yeah.
And you keep it in there then?
I will keep it in there all day, all night. I don't like to keep it in at night because I like to wake up with like fresh hair. But if I have it in all day, my hair is so silky and soft. So yeah, it's a good hack.
Yeah, very good hack. And third? Oh, none.
It's got so many.
It's hard to filter it. I know.
What was another one of my favourites?
Give us your brow. What do you use in your brows?
You know what I use. I use the clear Blink Brow Bar gel. That's what I have right now on my eyebrows. That's the only sort of thing I use. I don't fill them in, although I do have the pencils and the tinted gel, but I use the clear gel for my eyebrows.
Well, I do as well, actually, and on a daily basis, for me, that's just brilliant because it just lifts your brows and they stay in place. So.
Even when I'm not wearing makeup, I'll do like my skincare and then I'll just brush my brows up with that.
And it's a really nice, just polished, natural look.
It's a good product.
I would say everybody needs one of those in their handbag, but it needs to be a BB London one, just putting it out there. No other brand, not Benefit.
Not Benefit.
I didn't say that. And you're also a very keen traveller.
Yes.
What would you say your top 3 travel destinations are? But was Bali in there?
Bali, I want to eventually live there. I've got a lot of friends who live out there, so that's definitely my number one. I've spent so much time there. It's the best place in the world. Secondly, I went to the British Virgin Isles, and that was amazing. I went there on my birthday this year.
Oh, how nice. Is it everything that you imagine it to be?
It was incredible. It was the best trip ever. It was just so lovely. It's more of like a relaxing trip, like, because you're on the very small island, there's not much to do. That was my second. And then my third is somewhere where we go every year. It's Zakynthos in Greece. So we stay there every year with like all my family and then like my friends and their family. So we're all in a big group together and we do it every year. So it's like a tradition.
You're definitely a beach girl.
Definitely.
There's no cities.
I mean, I've been to New York and LA and stuff, and I prefer, like, if I'm going to go on holiday, I want to feel like relaxed by the beach, tanning, not like I'm in London.
Yeah, no, I'm completely with you. And I'm presuming you capture a lot of it. There's a lot of content that you capture when you're travelling. So
there's loads of British Virgin Isles and Bali on my Instagram.
Everyone can have a good look. Also, when you were in Maid and Chelsea, I'd love you to share. Did you take anything away from it in terms of how to cope being on set all day? You said that you're an overthinker. I think a lot of us are. I mean, that's life, isn't it? When you're busy, and just how you just manage the day-to-day stress, getting yourself camera ready.
So I'm not anymore.
Well, I can imagine there's a lot to deal with. You are young, and I think whatever age you are, it just seems like quite a stressful environment.
I mean, how I kind of dealt with it myself when I was filming and in the zone, I would just be in the zone, not think about anything else. And when I went home, I would not talk about it. I wouldn't even think about it. I just try and really switch off because, I mean, it is my life, but when I'm at home and I'm with my boyfriend or whatever, I just really want to like filter anything else out because it's just like a lot of drama, a lot of stress, everything. So when I get home, that's like my safe space to not be talking about it at all.
Yeah, and also not taking it personally because it's a job, it's a career, and you need to sort of kind of keep the two separate if that's possible.
But I realised that I can't be bothered for fighting drama anymore. That's why I left. I was just like, why am I doing this? Like, I'm really grateful for it because it's like given me a platform, but I just want to be happy and not be worrying about people's opinions and everything.
Yeah, and I think you seem like you're on a really relaxed,
I'm not even thinking
nice,
about it now.
zen
I hear all the gossip and I'm like,
yeah,
but I'm not involved in it.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's all a
but
learning curve.
It's taught me loads about makeup because
so share how you every day. What was your kind of makeup routine?
So when I went on my first season, I had honestly zero idea. I came out halfway through they did a season in Mallorca and I just flew out halfway through, and I didn't know anyone. No one told me any tips or anything, so I was just wearing my normal sort of makeup routine. And then when I watched them back when it first aired, I was like, okay, right, no, because it's less is more, especially on that show. You don't want to look too cakey, so I was just doing hardly anything. I was just doing concealer, blush, brows, mascara and lips, and not foundation or anything, because you can see like every detail.
So it looks worse if you're rather than...
You don't want to put too much on, because then it looks so cakey. You'd rather just be more fresh on the skin.
That's quite interesting. So I always think with the bright lights that you need more, but actually
sometimes there wasn't really any lights. We'd shoot it outside, and we use a lot of daylight and stuff, so it kind of really depends. But I kind of got the hang of it after a while when I was watching it back.
Gosh, that's quite hard.
I know.
And also probably quite competitive, because everybody looks amazing all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone has... That's one thing. Everybody has very different taste. Like, anything I'd worn on there, I've not seen anyone else on the show wear that. Everyone has got quite individual taste. Definitely being a boy on that show is much easier than girls, because you have to, like, dress up and everything. The boys would just rock up in t-shirts and, like, jeans.
Gosh, the pressure. I'm feeling the pressure for you. So, yeah, I mean, I think 1.5 years is probably...
It's enough for me.
I know.
Or maybe I'll be back one day, but I don't know.
Who knows? Right, I've got some quick fire questions for you. I was going to ask you whether you prefer beach or a city, but I've already got the answer to that.
Beach.
Yeah. Okay. Are you an espresso girl or a matcha girl?
Matcha girl.
Very good. Very healthy. Lipstick or eyeliner?
Eyeliner.
Glossy lip or a matte lip?
I mean, I've got a matte lip on right now, but I definitely prefer a glossy lip. I love a glossy lip.
Ah, okay. A nice dinner out or bar and club?
Dinner out.
India or Italy?
I've never been to India, ever.
You have to go.
So I probably would say India if I've been, but I've been to Italy a lot, but I want to definitely go to India.
Well, if you love Bali, you'll
I'll
definitely love India. It's probably not as chilled as Bali though.
Yeah.
But similar vibes. Are you a bath girl or a shower girl?
Bath girl.
Oh, we're just talking about
love
this. Yeah,
having a bath.
we're split.
Every other day I'm in the bath, glass of wine, just like lying there.
Ritual, relaxation, is that why you love it? You see, I love shower just thinking, and I remember when I had to come up with a name for the business. It was in the shower.
Oh,
That's
really?
When it happened. I
think in the morning, shower, in the evening, bath.
Well, that has been such a fascinating chat. Thank you so much for sharing all your makeup tips, your fashion tips, your travel tips. Yeah, it's just been lovely having you. Thanks,
Nice
Issy.
to meet you.
You too.